feel like this
Amazon.
is this is becoming a bigger and bigger problem, and I'm actually surprised that it's taken this long for people to realize it. VPNs get bought and sold by owners. You don't know what 100% sell your info. I'm not sure, right? I don't know what the details are. I think that really also, like at a certain point, I think that there does need to be like a certain level of accountability that the user has. Because right now, I feel like there's such a focus on making these companies do things. And I think that really the one part of what he was saying that I completely agree with is the idea that if it's hard to cancel your service, then that's a scam. Because like everything else is easy. So why is canceling hard? Logically, the only reason why canceling would be hard is so less people will cancel. And if making canceling harder makes less people cancel, what you are effectively doing is locking people into a payment because they can't use your system to get out of payments, which is effectively a fucking scam. So, like, if you follow the line of logic, it's a fucking scam and there's no way to go, there's no way you can go around it. That's the one thing I do think should be illegal. Like in terms of like placement for products and like sponsored things and like which services you use, I think a lot of that probably should just be decided by the market. But I also think that people need to exercise more self-control and not sign up for a bunch of services and spend hundreds of dollars just because they're worried about missing out on seeing the latest TV show. And it's weird because like a lot of conversations around this, go into the idea of regulation. And in some cases, I agree with that even. I'm not even saying that's a bad idea. But at the same time, I also think that there needs to be a certain level of accountability that users have where it's like, you don't really need to be spending this much money. They would argue cancel is easy with a call to their live support. Yeah, but canceling isn't easy with a call to the live support. It's not. And also, why is canceling easier with live support, but not signing on? Because that's obviously asymmetrical, right? So signing up is just as easy on the phone as it is on the website, but signing off isn't. I think the reason is obvious. It's because less people would want to do a phone call. Yeah, why is it? Like, yeah, that doesn't even make any sense. Back to mental health. Well, I think it's also like it's not just mental health. It's just this is by the way, it's a great video. Give it a like. That was so good. Yeah, people recommended me to look at this, and I'm glad I did. Let's say lose your number, you're screwed. Well, it's harder to do. Yeah, definitely. Live support is overseas to put you in loops. Yeah, exactly. And I think also like if you can sign up online, you should be able to unsign up online, to unsubscribe. Or to, like cancel or whatever the service is. So like it's common sense. And again, like any logic for it is immediately disproven by it's like, why does this exist? Why is it harder to do? Well, I'll tell you why it's hard to do, because it gets people to spend more money. That's the reason. You should be able to block recurring payments on your bank app. No more dark pattern, just stop paying. I think that probably is like a good idea, but also it just like requires more work from the user. I think also like hoping that your bank picks up the slack for like companies that are doing something that's effectively fraudulent. Like I think that's really great that banks do that, but at the same time, like I'm not like super happy about that. Like who gives a fuck about that? Why would I care about that? Like it should be the company that's doing it themselves, I would say. Imagine a platform like Steam, but for movies, TV shows, and music? Yeah. Anyone who works in a call center gets a bonus commission for their performance. For example, how many cancellations they prevent. Those student workers are going to run around in circles with your grandparents so that they can afford to exist. Exactly. And like that's the problem, is that they're incentivized to do that. Now, maybe not every single place is incentivized to do that, but enough of them are to where the experience is bad.